It is Tuesday, March 3rd. And if you didn't know, this is a day of lure for Ohio State football. You're probably saying, what? March 3rd? Why? Three of the Buckeye greats from Zone 6 all are celebrating a birthday today. Michael Thomas, Devin Smith, and Santonio Holmes. Three Buckeye greats all have a birthday on March 3rd, which is convenient. Actually, my ex-wife's birthday also.
Wow. Okay. What the hell? That's crazy, Zach.
Crazy. I always text Mike and Devin every year on their birthday because it's not hard to remember, right? My ex-wife was born, has the same birthday, so it's very easy. But it's kind of crazy, right? Michael Thomas, Devin Smith, and Santonio Holmes all share a birthday.
Yeah, that's really crazy. And I guess obviously Devin and Michael were teammates. All right, so since it's their birthday, your top moment from each of them. What do you got?
Ooh. I don't know if you could pick one, but Devin Smith against Wisconsin for sure. Michael Thomas against Bama, the catch in the end zone. Those has to be. I mean, I say that. I mean, that was obviously outstanding. What a great play. But I think they both had a moment in the same game that is a personal fave. It's not their best play. It's not their most memorable.
You talking about Michigan State?
Yeah, Michigan State 2014. After we lost to them in 2013. Yep. In 2014, we went out. Devin had a big day. Mike had a slant for an 80-yard touchdown. It was just a huge day because it was like vindication. Like we were trying to get our get back because my guys got covered in 2013 in the Big Ten championship game. And so there was a chip on their shoulder. It was a big point in the offseason. And my group went in, led by Devin and Mike, and did their fucking thing.
And that game in particular, as a fan, I watched kind of Devin Smith, the full package, right? Because before, he was primarily used as a deep threat and not so much kind of other ways. And the criticism for him was, at that point, it was okay, this is a second or third rounder because he cannot be a complete receiver. And then he went and did it for the whole game. And that was I believe it was the second or it was the third in 24 that the best ball I've ever seen JT Barrett throw, I think.
Yeah.
Placed in the outside shoulder catch. Honestly, dude, that game is my favorite game, single game of your unit in that era, I think.
Dude, it was, there's no doubt. And that was, I always point to that game when people talk about JT can only throw the long ball or whatever. Yeah. And it's or he can't throw the long ball. I'm sorry. He can't throw the deep ball. It's well, go watch 2014. Miraculously with Tom Herman, when he had confidence, when he was fundamentally sound and he was coached well, he threw that bitch really well. So
he spun it.
Miss me with that.
No, he could spin it. And I remember, I'll never forget, because he also went to the Elite 11 camp and threw a couple balls that Trent Dilfer screamed. And then he started doing the, I don't have a noodle arm type deal. Yeah. But no, that's great. Crazy. March 3rd, everybody's birthday. When does March Madness start? I was going to ask Pat, but Pat, can we tell Pat?
Usually after around after St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah.
So we have the conference tournaments coming up. Mm-hmm. And then March Madness begins. Shout out Menace to Sports, our gamblers tier. We got you covered for March Madness. There's no more fun sporting event to gamble on. And we have a handicapping team over here that puts out daily picks for March Madness and really every day. I mean, it's been for NBA, it was for college football, NFL. It's a ton of fun. So I encourage you to check it out. Also got Bourbon and Ball tonight. We're so back, baby. Our subscription, our VIP services has kind of took a dip because I had a month hiatus for Bourbon and Balls and everything as I was moving. But we're back tonight. We're Terry. What's his name? Terry Moore.
Yeah, Terry Moore from Duke. From Duke.
Breaking down the transfer portal.
Go be a Dookie.
Go be a Dookie. We're getting Terry Moore in the Bourbon and Ball. And going to break that down 7 p.m. tonight. Every Tuesday, we got a 7-week journey right now we're on to break down, to analyze the all-22 film of every single transfer portal player that Ohio State is going to potentially rely on to fill some of these gaps. So we got to see how fucking good they are. I'm not going to sit here and be oh, look at his stats on Google. And he was really good 2 years ago at Duke. Fuck that. Turn on the film. Let's see it. I want to see how good he was. So we're going to do it tonight. We did it last week with Christian Alliegro. It was very impressive. I'm actually going to do a bonus one this week. I haven't decided when yet, but we're going to do another Christian Alliegro because I want to see more. I mean, I was intrigued. I liked him, but I want to evaluate more. I'm not ready to stamp him as a starter. I've already stamped him as a good take, but right now it might be as a depth piece. So we got to break that down. So it starts tonight. So go over to menacesports.com, check it out. We also got big things coming tomorrow as we pivot and bring forth new things we're doing. And it's going to be fun. I'm excited. But how was your time without me, Chris?
It was okay. Honestly, I felt like, what's funny about vacation, and we were both in Florida at the same time. You almost feel like when you get back, you need a vacation from the vacation. And not that it was really vacation for either of us. You were doing a lot of youth stuff, and I was also working on some Yankee stuff. And I came back, and I'm so exhausted because
dude, so exhausted.
I feel like I need a day to sleep things off. But I come back into it, and I'm relieving my grandfather. So I'm good. But I feel like I do need a day to sleep.
Yeah, there's no doubt that with Justine and I got back last night, and I think we fell asleep at 9:45 or 10 o'clock. It was just good God. But we had a hell of a trip, man. We went, excuse me, a three-day tournament in Orlando, which was absolutely brutal. Quinn's team has a lot to figure out, and it's not necessarily the players because they're doing some outlandish shit, rotation wise. And it's just it's been 3 really bad tournaments where they've underachieved like crazy, played terrible, and it's not going well. So, but as I told her, as a parent, I don't mind things like this. Like she's visibly upset, cries after every day of the tournament. Like she is very frustrated, and I always look at things positively, right? It's always fun to parent or coach someone through that. And when it's your kid, it's parent your kid through those tough situations and teach her, this is the life of an athlete. Like things like this are going to come up. Like you're going to play bad some days. You're going to play well and lose some days. Coaches are going to make decisions you don't like, but that's the journey of an athlete, learning how to manage all those adverse situations. And so it was really fun. And then she was so jacked up. Her dream school, I think it's probably Nebraska, but that's every volleyball player's dream school because of Harper Murray and how good they are.
That's like a right now thing. Would that be a later?
Yeah, that's right now Indiana's hot, right?
But
I think her dream school is Florida, which is where my alma mater. Obviously, she has a tie to it there, and so we drove up to Gainesville for a day. We stayed Sunday night in Gainesville. Went over to the football facility. Shout out Phil Troutwine, the O-line coach at Florida, for hooking us up. We went to the swamp, went to the volleyball facility. The new indoor is insane. It was awesome. It was really cool. And just to watch a college football program work. And I don't know much about John Summerall, but I'm buying stock. I am. And I can acknowledge it's probably bias. It's probably emotion after just being there. But God, that fucking place should be a monster. And it has changed so much. I think I was there 18 years ago. Yeah. Good God. I didn't even recognize it. That place it should be a giant. It should be a powerhouse. It really should, like it used to be.
It's funny, if you look at John Summerall, and some of the players that left Tulane to go other places. I mean, Chris Brazzell was even a Tulane transfer. So, clearly, at Tulane, they were able to kind of maximize guys depending on who was there. And now he was there 24, 25. I like it, dude. And it feels like he's going to stay within himself. And it feels like he's not. Honestly, it's crazy. Hearing him, it sounds like he's already learned from the mistakes that Billy made.
Yeah.
That's what I've taken away. So I'm rooting for Florida this year, and in large part because I like the Philo kid too. I love the Philo kid a lot. But we did a really long intro, dude. It's funny. This is a true throwback edition because we don't have Pat today. Pat's under the weather.
It's a throwback for so many reasons, Chris. One, Pat is out with a stomach bug, or he got his ass beat last night at a bar and doesn't want to be on screen. I don't know which one. I haven't seen him yet, but he has a stomach bug, so he's not here. So we got to run this thing. Chris and I, we haven't done that in over a year. Yes, and on top of that, we're back live on YouTube, but our channel's not big enough, so we don't have super chat function. So you can't super chat. So you got a Rumble rant. So we're on Rumble and YouTube. If you're on Rumble, I love it. You can keep watching there, but our new YouTube channel is out. We posted about it on Twitter. We're able to go live on there. Until they delete us again, we'll go on both. We'll be on Rumble and our new YouTube page. So go subscribe. The more you subscribe and watch, the better it is for us, and we can blow the channel up, hopefully. So I think we're at 700 subscribers, and it's been 4 days.
Yeah,
so
get it going.
Go subscribe, help us out, get us up there. Let's get this thing going. Got bourbon and ball tonight, so we're going to stay sober during the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us, Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
So just like getting ready for March Madness, right? I'm hopeful Ohio State makes it. I think I'll save a lot of the March Madness talk or questions for when Pat's here because, I like to pick his brain about it. I don't watch as much basketball as he does. I don't think either of us do. But March is here. Did you listen to future March Madness? Do you do it every year? Okay, good.
Yeah, every year.
Then we're good to go. Also, they're debuting the courts in the Big 12 at the Big 12 tournament that changed whatever. And it's all working off an iPad is the image files.
And it's like a digital floor, right?
Yeah, it's a digital floor controlled by an iPad.
Yeah, they can put motion graphics on it. They can put anything they want, which I think this is hilarious what Reddit tweeted. Like there is a 100% chance that some college kid finds a way to hack into that and puts like porn on the court or something crazy. I
mean, literally, bro, that's like the nuclear football for the president. If somebody gets a hold of that iPad and we see Riley Reid on that joint, it would go 3 times platinum. 3 times platinum.
It would go insane. It would go super viral. But you got to think that they have had to have like countless run-throughs and meetings about cybersecurity to make sure that doesn't happen. Could you imagine you're sitting at home 4:00 in the afternoon watching March Madness with your like 8-year-old, and all of a sudden some chick taking back shots pops on the screen and you have to try to explain that? Like they can't let it happen. I hope their cybersecurity is crazy, but it's almost inevitable that it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's hilarious, and I think this should be pretty cool to see it. I want to see it in action. And I want to see if players get distracted by it at all.
Yeah.
And is like who's controlling it? Is it someone that's like team neutral controlling it? Because if I'm controlling it, I'm making it flash and do all kinds of things. And I'm trying to force someone to miss a free throw, and now I'm not in charge of anything. But I wonder how they're gonna pick who's in charge of it, or if it's gonna be a planned thing.
It's gonna be interesting to see, isn't it?
Interesting. Dude, the WNBA started. Have you watched any WNBA?
Nope. I didn't even know it started.
I think it started. I mean, I woke up in the middle of the night last night and a WNBA game was on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I was
curious. I was curious if the dildo thing was going to come back for another year.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
What? Say it again.
The dildo thing. I was wondering if it was going to come back.
Oh, the dildo thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's what I'm curious about. That's all. That's really all I put that in there.
It's wild. How did it end? Because it became a thing. Like one guy threw a dildo on the court, and then another guy the next night did, and then it was like every night someone was bringing a dildo. Like, did they start patting down people to find the dildos? Like, how did it end? Because I feel like it went on for like a couple weeks.
Dude, I think like that other sporting events just started happening again, right? Like it was kind of like in the peak of its power during that weird lull that we got.
Yeah.
But they were selling out.
It must have been like the focus went off of WNBA or something, and then so you know what happened? A couple people threw a dildo and it didn't make TV. Like nobody heard about it, and so people were like, "Oh, this is lame. Why are we doing this? This is stupid."
Bring back betting on them. Okay, I do want to.
Right.
I want to play a game, Zach. I got a list of coaches, and these are coaches that not on the hot seat, but coaches that I need to see more from this year, or else it's going to be a permanent stain on what I've seen. You tell me if it's fair or not. Is it fair for me to want to see more? We're going to start really easy. I need to see more from Lincoln Riley this year.
Oh, absolutely. You need to see more from Lincoln Riley. I mean, he was the highest paid coach of college football, got poached from Oklahoma, and he hasn't even sniffed a playoff yet. And what is it? I think it's been 4 years.
Because he was there CJ Stroud's sophomore year.
Yeah, so we need to see a ton more from Lincoln Riley. He's been a complete epic fucking failure.
The number 2 coach.
You see more. I think he's on a red hot seat.
So you think his seat is hot? I don't, because I wondered about the buyout. But
I wonder about the buyout too. But I think what we've seen with Brian Kelly and some of these coaches, like if it's bad enough and they're paying enough, they're like, fuck you, we'll get rid of you still.
That's real.
You know, it'll all come down to USC boosters. I guess the best way to look at it is this: if he doesn't make a playoff this year, the administration will absolutely 100% want to fire him. It'll be up to the boosters if they pony up the cash to do it.
Yeah. The next one, Josh Heupel. I feel like he's living off of 1 year, Zach.
He is living off of 1 year. And a lot of shit happened. You know, they fired Tim Banks because the defense wasn't great this year, albeit they had a bunch of injuries. And the year before, they made the playoffs on the backs of that defense. I mean, Nico was cute and all, but Nico was not that efficient and not that consistent. So I think there's a lot of question marks around Josh Heupel. Like, will his system be able to win a championship, right? I think it's very evident and clear that the Josh Heupel offense has had success. I mean, that Alabama game, I think about Jalen Hyatt going for 300 plus yards and all those
signature game.
Like they've done things that Tennessee traditionally can't do. But is it consistent enough to win a championship or even play for one? Like, can they make it to Atlanta? Can they make it to the playoffs and win a game? I think it's absolutely fair to say I have question marks about Josh Heupel.
And it's not, again, this is not you're on my hot list. It is I need to see more from you before I permanently change how I view you is kind of more what this is.
Yeah.
So we got 2 fair so far. Okay. I like him a lot. I need to see more from Matt Rule this year.
Yeah. Yeah. And you talk about, I guess, a punch, like a sucker punch, losing your 5-star number 1 quarterback in the country, Dylan Raiola. I didn't think that would happen. I thought he would be a guy that just kind of rode it out. It wasn't successful yet, but his dad played at Nebraska. His uncle was a coach at Nebraska. Like I didn't see that one coming. And so now Matt Rule and what is it? Probably year 4 also, right?
It's year 4. He got there the same year as Luke Fickell got to Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely it's a huge question mark. Like, and he lost his quarterback. Like, if he can have success this year with a different quarterback, you might give him a little leeway, right? Like, he lost his starting quarterback, 5-star all everything. If he can have some success this year, but doesn't quite get it done, doesn't make the playoffs, isn't a 9-win team. Maybe he goes 8-4, but he shows progress without that superstar 5-star. I think then you might be able to give him another year. But if it's an epic disaster, it's over.
And again, I think he should be safe. I do think them moving on from Raiola is going to be a good thing in the long run. I feel like they had to cater the program to him instead of actually Matt Rule getting to run his program. Now, the kid they got is a Corey Dennis product. We'll see how that looks. But I think getting back to running his program is important. Again, he's not on a hot list for me, hot seat, but it's on the I need to see more from you this year. This one, Lance Leipold. Look, he's in year 5 at Kansas, dog. They've won over 8 games one time.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the Big 12, which is probably the worst conference in football. But it's still Kansas.
It is.
It's still Kansas. And I mean, when's the last time Kansas won 9-10 games? You're talking about Mark Mangino's blueberry looking ass on the sideline back in fucking early, like the 2000s. Like, I think you can have questions. I don't think you put him on the hot seat, though.
No. Again, not a hot seat. Just I need to see more from you at Kansas.
Yeah, you want to see more from him.
6-7, 5-7, 5-7. Like,
well, and Chris, the real reason, who's really fucking Lance Leipold right now? Kurt Cignetti. I mean, Kansas was Indiana, right? Mm-hmm. They were Big 12 Indiana. That's what they were. Good in basketball, terrible in football, and then he has a little bit of success. And normally at a basketball school, they'd be like, okay, at least we're not terrible. Like, let's let him build. But now with what Indiana did, they're like, hey, basketball's over. Are we going to make it to the Natty or not? Like, it's just Kurt Cignetti has changed the Dukes, the Kansases, the Arizonas, like these basketball first schools. If they commit like Indiana did, they're going to be holding these coaches to Kurt Cignetti standards, and that's fucking wild.
And Lance is supposed to be cut from that cloth.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not saying they need to be a national title contender. You know what I need? I need Lance to be? I need Lance to be what Matt Campbell was at Iowa State, and he hasn't been. And that's why I just want to see more. Again, not firing, but I just want to see more. This one, maybe fair, maybe unfair, Kalen DeBoer. I need to see more from Kalen DeBoer this year. I know they made the playoffs last year, but I don't know how you felt when you watched Bama games. To me, they felt a lot like empty calories, even when they won and it looked good.
Here's my thing. I mean, yes, you do want to see more from Kalen DeBoer, obviously, but he took over a program and followed in Nick Saban's footsteps, the greatest college football coach of our lifetime, minimally, probably ever, and lost some key players, not a ton, but, Caleb Downs is a big loss. Seth McLaughlin, their center, left. As much as that maybe they didn't view it as a loss. He lost some players to the portal. And in year 1, missed the playoffs, but didn't have a bad year. He was on the fringe of a playoff. I know for Bama, that's like, what? We didn't make a 12-team playoff? Saban would never. It's like, yeah, first year without Saban. Give him a pass. Then this year he made the playoffs, albeit got boat raced by Indiana, but a lot of teams did, right? Oregon did. Like several teams got the shit beat out of them by Indiana. So yes, I want to see more, but what have we seen? We saw almost made the playoffs and lost. As long as it keeps going up like that, I think you're comfortable, right? You're happy with him.
You know why I put him on here, and you're right. Like that's definitely progress, and this was the one that I think is maybe the most unfair. I think because he's an offensive-minded guy, and their offense was horrible last year. I think that they're offensive-minded, and yet, even with the offensive mind, you're looking at somebody who had no running game at all. Zach,
None.
like no running game at all.
None. Like no run game. Like literally, and this is Bama. I mean, this is Derrick Henry. This is, I mean, Eddie Lacy. This is Trent Richardson. Like zero run game. All the while, their star running back from the year before was popping off at Michigan before he got hurt, which kind of leads back to like the transfer portal post Nick Saban. It's a head scratcher. Because he's an offensive guy, and they couldn't muster an inch in the run game, and they have 4 and 5 stars everywhere. Like, there's no reason why you couldn't run the ball a little bit, right?
I mean, you have to. I mean, think about it, dude. A Bama team not being able to run the ball is absolutely insane. And we're going to talk about some stuff with that program coming up after the break. But the last one I got on here, and honestly, the chat kept screaming it. I have Dabo Swinney on here, in large part because he's not on my hot seat list. He's not a fireable candidate. But is it almost time to say when? Like at what point can we say that Clemson will never return to a threat in the ACC? Or is it too soon for that?
Well, and I guess this is where I'll ask you. So do you need to see more from Dabo? Or is it just cooked? Like, what more are you going to see?
Okay,
like we saw the more from Dabo, and then he didn't adapt, didn't pivot, didn't adjust, and we're seeing the result of that. Like, I don't need to see more. I need him to wake the fuck up. Like, he's already done it. We've already seen Dabo build a championship program that was a sustained one, right? Not just a flash in the pan like LSU with Joe Burrow, like a sustained national championship contending program. And then we watched with coaches leaving, with his like stubborn ass, not using the portal, not fucking with NIL, not doing any of this shit because he's, oh, gee golly shucks. No, we don't. It's Clemson. We're not going to do that. I don't believe in that. Well, you're fucking dead. Your program's dead. I don't know if I need to see more as much as I need him to, like, I don't know, get a fucking transplant of a brain.
Get a grip. Has any conference went through more upside downing than the ACC with the introduction of the portal and NIL? Because, like, here we go. Like, in the Big Ten, yes, Indiana's now here. I think they're really rare in the universe, but like Ohio State remained good, Michigan remained good, Oregon was good pre-NIL. They just needed the right coach, and in the SEC, Georgia still good, Alabama still good, maybe not as great as they were, but still good. Like the conference went through the most drastic change.
Dude, wild. You're talking about a day and age where Clemson was the dynasty. Norvell comes into Florida State, and they're for 2 years just one of the best teams in the country. And now you fast forward, what has it been, 3 years from that? And it's like, oh, Clemson? No, they're not very good. Oh, Florida State? They're fucking terrible. You know who's good now? Miami. The team for 25 years that we've been talking about, oh, we're back, and then they're fucking terrible. Miami's actually good now.
Yeah, well, but they still haven't won the conference, which is also hilarious. But, like, here we go. Like Duke has won the conference now.
Yeah, Duke won the conference as a 5-loss team.
Which, fried.
What if, Chris, how much money would you have lost if 3 years ago, I bet you that in the year of 2025, your Big Ten and ACC championship champions would be Indiana and Duke?
I would look at you and be like, no fucking.
I mean, I would have lost every penny. I would have bet my kids on it.
I would have asked you what sport.
Bro, yeah, basketball? Like, oh, you must mean basketball. Like, no, like college football.
Like, what sport? Because there's no way those two teams are playoff teams. No. There's just no shot.
No, absolutely not. All right, let's get a commercial and keep this conversation going.
Yep.
If you're on Rumble, we got Rumble Rants. Like the video. If you're on YouTube, do the same. And I guess just say welcome back on YouTube. Just throw a little YouTube party. Welcome back to the menace. Let's see if we can hide from YouTube long enough to not get deleted. YouTube, we don't want no smoke. You proved your point. You stripped us of like $100,000. Thanks, dude. Let's not do that again. We're trying to cross the line, right? What is it? Reach across the line?
Reach across the aisle.
Yeah, reach across the aisle. Thank you, Chris. That's what we're trying to do. So please, YouTube, let us live. All right. We'll be right back after this. Our whole goal here is to level up, and that's why we handpick our partners. It's no longer reading reads that I don't want to read. And this one hits as close to home as you could possibly hit, and that is Awaken 180 weight loss. Amongst the journey, our journey with Awaken 180. I mean, I'll show my journey. Here's my journey before and after Awaken 180. It took me 3 months, lost 30 pounds, and the difference is very obvious, right? I didn't even work out during my 30-pound weight loss and started hitting the gym after I went on maintenance. Awaken 180 is a game changer. They deliver 4 of your 5 meals a day. They a very detailed, personalized plan because they give you a one-on-one coach. You meet with your coach every week. They also send you a scale. You can't cheat on this program. They send you a scale. All that data goes to your coach in the Awaken 180 app. It's never been easier to lose at minimum 5 pounds a week. I lost over 30 pounds. I think 32 pounds in 6 weeks. And then my brother signed up. Guess what he lost? 33 pounds in 6 weeks. It is a home run. It works. And all you got to do is spend a little time and go get a consultation. Awaken180weightloss.com. Sign up for a consultation and just invest in yourself. My life is entirely and completely different because of Awaken 180 weight loss. It's a game changer. Forced accountability, everything catered and just handed to you. All your meals right there. Open them up and eat them. It's so easy if you just commit to do it. Go to Awaken 180 Weight Loss and get a consultation because guess what? Your health insurance might cover it. And if not, if you have a flex spending account, HSA, you can use that to pay for it. Go get a consultation and change your life, Menace Army. You won't regret it. There you have it. It is life-changing.
Do you have any like surefire hot seat candidates for this year? Because the only one that I have is Norvell.
I don't want to forget anyone, so let me see.
Like Norvell's the only one I have, and let me tell you why. Norvell I have as a hot seat candidate because they tried to hire his replacement a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, Norvell's number one. I think he's getting fired barring something miraculous. And if you look at coachesHotSeat.com, Dave Aranda at Baylor.
Dude, we talk about him every now and again. He has gotten the pass for just being so horrendous.
Yeah. It's thank you. Sorry, my assistant at home, Justine, had to bring me my water.
Some water, hydrate or dihydrate. That's good. I'm a big water guy. I've gotten into a bad habit, dude, of like drinking right into the mic. And people are like, dude, why are you swallowing so hard in the mic? Oh my God. And like whenever someone yells at me for swallowing, bro, it makes me feel gay. But that's a whole side conversation. But no, I think Dave Aranda and Norvell are like 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah, Dave Aranda. I think the two that interest me the most, Chris, out of this list, I'll give you the Coach's Hot Seat top 10. Mike Locksley at Maryland 3, Shane Beamer at 4. Although Shane Beamer told us just a few months ago that this coming year they're going to be sitting on Selection Sunday, really excited about what their seed is. So if you believe Shane Beamer, his seed is cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber.
They have Luke Fickell at 5, Derek Mason at Middle Tennessee State at 6, Bill Belichick at 7, which is kind of audacious. He's not going to get fired after his second year.
Yeah.
Then the coach at UTEP, Wyoming, and Georgia State. And then Lincoln Riley's actually at 11.
Okay, so no real big dogs in the top 10 other than like Norvell and Aranda.
I mean, Norvell is, but the two that I'm really interested about, right, are two guys that I thought might get fired last year, and that's Luke Fickell and Mike Locksley. But both athletic departments came out and said, we're gonna retain them. They're gonna come back another year, and we're gonna invest in football. Basically, acknowledging that they were the problem, or at least part of the problem, right? They didn't invest in football, so how could they expect them to win? And so I'm wondering, is that like a 1-year investment, or are you gonna give them like 2 years?
I think that's a multiple year investment because they also are trying to save money and not pay the buyout. Like I can either pay this buyout or pay a fraction of this buyout and give them NIL money to maybe give them a shot. I think it's a multi-year thing. I also think it's signaling, hey guys, we're sorry, we can't afford to pay them.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think if I was an AD, I would be looking at this and say, all right, we didn't give him the tools. Now we can't treat this like year 1 because he has built a program.
Right.
But I think you treat it like year 2, right? Where unless it's really bad, we're gonna give you another one. That's kind of how it works, right?
I think it's it better not get worse.
Oh, it definitely can't get worse.
Like, right? Like it better not
But I also think if it's the same, that's fireable. I think it's like, all right, we're going to invest. We're not expecting a playoff team. We're not expecting Indiana yet. although Kurt Cignetti did it. But we're expecting a level up, and then we'll give you a chance to continue to level up. I think they give them a 2-year window if year one is better at all.
I can get behind that. I want to. You sent this Ryan Williams video, and I'm curious your general thoughts on it. We do have it in the show notes or off to the side. Just go ahead and play it, and we can talk about Ryan Williams. I don't know when this video even came out.
This is the wildest shit I've ever seen. Like, you talk like at some point, like you could be into things, but like, I guess the question is, can you be a first rounder and be gay? Can you be a gay first rounder? That's what I want to know. Here's Ryan Williams.
His video has no sound, Zach, so we could
no sound, so we could talk. Like,
yeah,
painting his nails. Like, what are we doing?
You know,
I don't the demasculation of men. Like, what is this? This is a football player. And they're like, never mind he paints his nails. Why the fuck do I need a Hey Sisters documentary or fucking micro content of him painting his fucking nails?
You know,
it's embarrassing. That's your wide receiver one. Like, that is Alabama's wide receiver one.
It's a bad deal. It's fun. I just found myself wondering, and maybe I'm the issue. I found myself wondering, do you think this would have happened with Nick Saban's Alabama?
Yeah,
it would have.
I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine it would have, but or is this just the times? I mean, Lincoln Riley let Caleb Williams do it. Would Saban have let Ryan Williams paint his nails? Or not to say let, but would he have had a problem with it?
I don't know.
I sure think he would have.
Dude, I don't know, man. I guess, like, I wonder, do you think this will be a topic of discussion at the draft next year? A draft that evaluates everything.
I mean, I know this much, Chris. It might not be a topic of discussion for Mel Kiper and the panel on the draft, but it's going to be a topic discussion on at least 3 shows. Jason Whitlock's show, JB's show, and our show. Because you sent me the graphic. I was like towing the line with our graphic at first, and then he sent me Jason Whitlock's, just said "too gay" with a rainbow Alabama logo.
Yeah, that episode.
Because I mean, you got to be a tough guy to play football to some extent.
The only thing I think that I'm curious about is, like, how will he be received in the locker room? Now, in the NBA, we're starting to see it a little bit. Now, some people in the NBA absolutely hate it, but we're starting to see it a little bit. I just, you know, my thing is, and maybe I'm problematic, I would never want to open myself up to a level of shit talk I'm going to get back to me. Because I do understand, like, I played rugby, college rugby. Between the lines, a lot of foul shit was generally said, like a heightened level. I don't know in the NFL what the rules are for what you can and can't touch. But when I played college rugby, you could touch literally everything. And for me, you know, like, I was a pretty decent player, so I was able to avoid a lot of it. But I'm just trying to think of, like, if Richard Sherman ever played him, what would that battle look like?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the post-game interview? He might let it fly. He might be like, that's a sorry ass shit. You bring that gay ass receiver against me?
Yeah. No receiver will paint a fingernails. Go throw it to him.
He's trying to run a go route. I heard his butthole whistling.
Oh, shit.
I know this. Oh, my God. If I was a corner going against him, he would cry before the end of the game. He would cry for sure. All the gay slurs, they're coming out.
I just think about, like how would Marshawn Lattimore react too? Is Ryan Williams going to go down as a one-hit wonder, just separately from the fingernail painting thing?
Say what? I didn't hear you.
Is he going to go down as a one-hit wonder?
I mean, he better bounce back this year. I mean, he certainly right now is a one-hit wonder. Had such a dynamic freshman year, didn't do shit last year, and he's going to have probably a first-round quarterback. Think about that. He had Jalen Milroe, a guy that cannot play football in the NFL, and he popped off as a true freshman. Then he gets an actual NFL quarterback, and he's nowhere to be found. Like there was, I can't remember what game it was. It might have been Georgia. I don't remember, but we're in the second half, and he didn't have a target, not one target.
Dude, I'm just going to say it, and it goes along with my Chris Drew quarterback Bible that I'm going through. Sometimes there's this thing called bad quarterback theory, and it is what allows upsets, because sometimes bad quarterbacks don't give a shit if you're open or not. You're just down there somewhere. And receivers that aren't super technically sound but are gamers are better with that rather than, a true quarterback.
Well, and there's something to be said about that, because think about it. If you have a pinpoint accurate quarterback and you're not great yet, especially as a true freshman, you don't know how to create separation. Maybe you do naturally sometimes because you have speed and acceleration, but you don't fully understand how to run routes, get open. Well, if you have a good quarterback, he's going to put with pinpoint accuracy, or with, at least, I'm not going to say Ty Simpson has pinpoint accuracy, but with decent accuracy, right? Like, he's a good passing quarterback. And you're covered a little bit, like, that's a contested catch. And Ryan Williams is a little guy. But if you're Jalen Milroe, think about his number one highlight play of the year. Jalen Milroe underthrows the ball by 5 yards. He stops, comes back, catches it, makes two guys miss. And it's like, well, if he threw that accurately,
it's a pick.
It might have been a PBU.
Well, it's a play interception.
Yeah.
So no, that's literally it. It's like go play for these quarterbacks who don't give a damn. You're down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be times that, like, here we go. I'll just say it. I'm not calling it because I do think Mensa's pretty good. There were times where Carson Beck was just throwing the ball no matter what to Malachi Toney.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if Mensa, with his number 2 option from Duke, I wonder if he's going to look him off a little bit and you're going to see a step back.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes receivers that aren't really polished get help from quarterbacks who also aren't really polished, because let's just go be better than you.
Absolutely. And then there's also something to be said about the other side of it, right? Guys like Marvin Harrison Jr. that maybe struggled in the NFL a little bit because they don't know how to create separation, but they played with such an accurate quarterback that he was able to throw him open and feature his skill set, right? His contested catch, his body control, his catch radius, where you get like such an accurate quarterback that, like the NFL, like the Josh Allens and Joe Burrows, it's like, yeah, he's covered, but there's space right there. I'll throw him open. That's hard to do. Like, Jalen Milroe ain't throwing anybody open.
No.
Ever.
Oh, not on purpose, at least.
Mm-hmm.
He threw him open on accident, which is its own separate thing. Can I ask you and the chat to rank these 4 coaches? Dan Lanning, Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, Brent Venables.
Dan Lanning, Steve Sarkisian, Brent Venables, who else?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin, those 4?
Yeah, how would you rank them, out of curiosity? Because you know what I
That's
call
tough.
those 4?
That's tough.
Those are the almost boys. We're almost great.
That is tough. I would say Dan Lanning's got to be 1.
Okay.
Got the better winning percentage. I know he choked in the playoffs, but he was number 1 team in the country, 13-0 Big Ten champs. Like, he has something to him. Lane Kiffin has nothing, right? Lane Kiffin has 0 championships, anything to show. I guess he made the playoffs this year technically, but he wasn't there for them. So I'm going to go Brent Venables 1. Dan Lanning 1. I don't know. I think I'm going to go Lane 2 because he did more with less. Like, Oklahoma and Texas are powerhouses.
Okay.
Ole Miss was fucking 0-12 10 years ago. So I think Lane did more with less. So I'm going to go Lane at 2 and then probably Venables at 3. And Sark at 4, because Texas has been loaded the last 2 years. And they got nothing to show for it. Not a fucking thing. Not a conference championship. Not a playoff run. Nothing.
It's weird because, like, I didn't know if you were going to punish Dan a little bit, because his losses are the ugliest of everybody's. But his highs have been higher than everybody else's. So, like, how do you do that?
But his losses were to the eventual national champions.
But it wasn't even competitive, though, I think.
No, I agree. But it's hard to hold that against him when, those other 3 programs didn't play Indiana this year or Ohio State last year. I guess Texas played Ohio State.
Texas did.
Texas did, for sure. Game 1, freshman quarterback on the road. They lost by 7. I mean, that's pretty respectable, right?
Well, and the year before they beat him in the playoffs. Like, so they back-to-back against Ohio State.
Right.
But I think because both those Ohio State games were closer, I thought in my head you might be like, you know what? I think I might give it to Sark over Lanning. But at the same time, Lanning also went wire to wire pre-playoffs and won the tougher conference.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sark's the tough one to rank, right? Because what you said is accurate. Like, you're not wrong, but I would contend he has had the best teams, and he just they underperformed. Think about Quinn Ewers was a perfect prospect coming out. The potential number 1 overall pick. Fucker went in the 6th round, and they weren't that good.
Literally, like 5-star quarterback, 5-star running back, 5-star receiver, and a 5-star defensive end, and they have nothing to show for it.
5-star linebacker.
Yeah, 5-star linebacker. Literally, the one thing they had to show for it is they beat Arizona State in a very close game they should have lost.
Yeah,
that's their only playoff win. That's it. Oh, like they beat.
I mean, how about a trip to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Like we glaze over the fact that it's easier. It's harder to go on a playoff run than make your conference championship. Just make it. I'm saying just make it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Let's get a commercial break and then hit it again.
Sounds like a plan. I think we're short on commercials, but we do have one right now. I just did awaken. All right. I know what we'll do. All right. Like the video. We're back on YouTube, and get over to menacesports.com. Bourbon and Balls tonight. If you unsubscribed, I get it. There was like a month lull there, but we're back. We're pumping content, and this month we're announcing new and improved tiers and I don't know, perks, I guess. Over at menacesports.com, the Colonel tier gets the breakdowns tonight, 7 p.m. Sipping bourbon, breaking down ball. Come hang out with us. We will see you there. We'll be right back after this. Stop what you're doing. I know normally on commercials you don't listen, you tune out or you fast forward. Just wait. We've talked about this every week on the show because it's that big of a game changer. It seems too good to be too true. It seems like a scam. It's not. It's as real as they come. Just check the comments. Go read on social media. The people that have bought a box are thrilled, and they cut all those subscriptions, whether it's cable, YouTube TV. I had one female Menace Army member message me on Facebook and say they were spending $350 on their cable bill. I'm like, oh my God, that's a box a month. Go to getabox.com right now and get a box. You don't ever have to pay for anything. You'll get every movie, every game, every movie ever made. Just get a box. And you don't ever have to pay Netflix, YouTube TV, none of it ever again. One-time purchase. Now, if you got multiple TVs, you're going to need multiple boxes. But it's well worth it. I bought 2 boxes, cut everything, and within 4 months, they paid for themselves. And now I'm just saving money every month. You got to check them out. Go to getabox.com right now. Promo code Menace gets you $25 off. And go get you a box and say, bye-bye, Netflix, bitches.
We're back.
You want to do some halftime rumble rants?
Yeah, we can do some. I just ran up the steps. My mom needed something, so dead sprint, dude. Thought I'd try to make it back for the commercial, but yeah. Let's hit a couple. So we got this one from Plant 6 for the 1. After seeing the freaks we have in the draft on defense, it's just another punch in the face to our offensive line on how they let the team down. They better improve.
I mean, isn't it poignant? I mean, one, Mickey Marotti, I know I wasn't here yesterday. Fucking give that guy a raise.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And can we also talk about Lorenzo Styles is a 4.27?
I wanted to ask you about that. I
didn't see that one time on film.
Well, I think we might have seen it once, just once. The kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was it, though. And it makes me wonder, was he actually, should he actually have been an H-back the entire time? Because remember, coming out of high school, he wanted to be a receiver. We told him no. Notre Dame said yes. Then Notre Dame said, we want to make you a corner. He said, if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to go play with my brother at Ohio State. And left. How would Urban have used Lorenzo?
I mean, maybe he can't catch. That's the only thing I can figure out. Like, I don't know. It's just 4.27 is ridiculous. And then obviously I don't know. That one's a head scratcher. Like Arvell and Sonny running 4.46. Albeit I was surprised it was that fast because that's insane. I expected them to test through the roof. I did not have Sonny Styles or Lorenzo Styles breaking 4.3 on my bingo card. I did not even, that wasn't even in my wheelhouse. Like if you'd have told me Arvell's a 4.4, I'd have been like, no fucking way. But part of me would have been like, maybe. Like he's freaky as hell. So what Lorenzo did is insane. And then his vertical, talking about he has a bum shoulder. He needs a labor surgery. So he had to reach with his non-dominant arm. So he probably would have had a higher vert. I even tweeted, I was like, the Styles, mama and daddy Styles need to have about 6 more of them. Like keep them coming.
Did you hear that they talked about on the NFL broadcast, like he was pissed about the 30-inch vertical? Because look, it doesn't make sense, right? Like to run a 4.27, That's a 35-inch vertical off the rip, just off the quick
for sure.
The muscle group anyway. But
to the point of the Rumble rant. To the point of the Rumble rant. Yes, like it makes what that offensive line did in those two final games, the Big Ten championship and the playoff against Miami, just atrocious, abhorrent. Like, and I don't know why Tyler Bowen is not being held. I won't say held accountable, but like,
dude, you can say it. He's not being held accountable, and also separately, how do you think those practices went when it was good on good?
Brutal. I would imagine brutal. And like, here's what I mean by that, Chris. He might be getting held accountable by Ryan. Like in the meetings, he might have one-on-one meetings. They might have staff meetings where he's saying, "Hey, that shit's not fucking acceptable. It's never happen again. Like your ass is on the line here." But and that's what should happen. If that's not happening, it's a major problem. My problem is, why is no one in sports media talking about it? Like the Buckeye beat. Why are we not talking about Tyler Bowen? Boy, we're quick to roast Tony Alford. We're quick to roast Justin Fry. We were quick to kill coaches. They love to kill coaches. Why the fuck are we not talking about Tyler Bowen? His position group was the main, and some could say sole reason that Ohio State didn't make a run at the Natty, didn't win the Big Ten championship, got no rings because of Tyler Bowen's room. Why are we not talking about that?
Do you want my honest opinion? Because I've given this a lot of thought as to why.
I do.
I think it's because of the source stuff, right? And what do I mean by that? In the world of college football criticisms, most of the criticisms leaks from sites with the paywall thing. And sites with the paywall thing in the recruiting world, they always bash recruiters instead of on the field performance. And so I think because the large portion of the Alford recruitment stuff and the Fry recruitment stuff comes strictly from the message board recruiting services leaking over to Twitter, I think that's why those guys get blasted. Because you know who else took a lot of heat? Perry Eliano. Even though safeties played really, really well, got a lot of public heat because the recruiting wasn't great. And I think once the recruiting's not good, then you'll get slammed. And what is recruiting? Let me see how many stars you have. Let me see how long your big toe is. Let me see you in underwear, which is funny because we're talking about the combine. I think that's why, bro. Because look, I don't know if anybody actually could look me in my eyes and tell me that Justin Fry wasn't a good coach, or if they could just look me in my eyes and say he didn't land me the 5 stars I wanted.
Which I mean, I guess there's something to be said about all of those, right? But
I mean,
like, I'm looking at the
right?
signing class this past year. So Sam Greer from Archbishop Hoban. He's an Akron kid.
I was going to say, literally, Akron. I always joke about it. Akron's the easiest place to recruit out of.
Yeah, like, okay, cool. Then he got a 4-star from Avon Lake, a guard, Max Riley.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. Who else did he sign in this class? Oh, God.
Well,
Tucker Smith from Phoenix, Arizona, 3-star interior O-lineman. Landry Breed, a 3-star project tackle from Mentor. Then we got an interior lineman from St. Ed's, 3-star. Like, and then doesn't bring in one portal lineman. Like, I'm with you, but where's the recruiting success that's giving him a pass?
Well,
I agree with you that you shouldn't get a
pass.
pass.
I'm saying he was like brought in as a recruiter, and like the landing Sam. Honestly, he gets way too much credit for landing Sam Greer just separately.
They brought him in as a recruiter, and he can't recruit. Isn't that worse?
Yeah. You can't recruit and can't coach is definitely worse. But I think that's the reputation is built on it. Also, I told you, my big concern with him getting better, I don't think he's an O-line coach.
Yeah. It's mind-blowing to me. It really is.
Next rant I want to hit. Oh, from K-Dub. Thanks for the one. Zach, what happened to the Menace after the show talks? I missed those. If possible, you should definitely bring those back.
Yeah, we will.
That's more of a season thing, but I love doing those.
Yeah, we'll bring them back. We actually never even talked about stopping doing them. We just ended up it fell off.
Oh, bro,
we're gonna do them.
I think YouTube went away the first time.
Yeah,
that was kind of like the shell shock we stopped. I think, right? Because we never actually had to talk about it. I kind of forgot about them.
Yeah, so we'll bring them back. I agree. Maybe next week we'll start them back up. We got a lot of changes we're making right now, trying to elevate the company, elevate the show, but also it's good for change, right? You do the same thing over and over again. People are like, oh, let's do something different. So we're gonna change some shit up in the next, really this month. The month of March is going to be a big month of change here at Menace to Sports, but nothing major, just little tweaks, little adjustments, little additions. So we're really excited about it.
Bingo. Chris, Alex, thanks for the one. Chris, I got the conversation going. You need to take it and get on Crane and Company. Spread the brand. Put those idiots in their place. I do appreciate it. So Crane and Company started doing a debate series, and obviously you guys know I debated Brooks Austin. And I don't like how it went. I did this thing, Zach, where I went into this debate thinking that an individual was going to be honest. And so I took their word at honest. And I listened back, and I'm mad at myself. You know what really got me in the debate? It was SEC versus Big Ten.
Yeah.
Brooks Austin said, what do you have to say about Caleb Downs saying that he has to get up every week in the Big Ten, in the SEC, but didn't have to do it in the Big Ten? And I didn't have an answer. I was like, that would be damning. So after the show, you know what I went and did? I went and listened to the clip.
Oh, yeah.
And the clip said, I had to get up more in the SEC. I had to get up against Auburn as opposed to 3 or 4 times in the Big Ten is what I would have said. So he said that's what he would have said, but then he played in the Big Ten, and then the Big Ten teams were beating the SEC teams. So that, like, he cut off the back half of the quote, and I caught myself, like, trusting somebody that just blatantly lied to my face.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't know. But anyway, I'll hit them up. I'll hit them up about it. But I doubt they'll put me on because Zach knows I'm very critical of people who I think are very lazy on a microphone, lazy creators.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's great to go on a show with people you think are fucking lazy.
Yeah, well, I'll drop a couple. I've been spending too much time with you, dude, because I'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, they don't do the whole, like, cussing thing. But I did get a follow from your favorite personality.
Right.
Ari Wasserman dropped me a follow, guys. This is a real lure moment for Menace to Sports. Oh, man. Because never mind. Honestly, it's funny. You know what's funny, Zach? You know what I think about? I think right when I got to Columbus, we went real chains off with how we talked about people and, like, talked about things, especially you in particular. But I also, like, crossed over there. Yeah. All the terrible shit we said about people are gone.
No doubt.
Like, we said some crazy shit that looking back, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
But they earned it. They all earned it, though.
Oh, none of it was, like, outlandish. Like, it was all earned.
It was earned. It was hilarious.
Earned. What did I say? Earned, not given.
Earned and not given. And that's, we have a blue Wolverine waving with a 20 and then waving with a second 20. Thank you, sir. And then Ben Hartman, thanks for the 1. Real tweet I saw after the Sonny Styles Combine. Kyle Hamilton caught Jester maxing by football maxing Chad Sonny Styles.
What the fuck does that mean?
Are you familiar with the looks maxer community?
No.
Have you seen anything about someone getting mogged?
No.
Or, you know, looks maxing? You're not hip. It's a new language that the looks maxing community has created.
This is where I start to feel old. Like, what the fuck is jester maxing and football maxing?
So jester maxing is being a clown and a funny guy in an attempt to get girls. That's jester maxing. Like, you're being the jester of the group.
Gotcha.
Football maxing is maximizing your ability to be good at football.
By football maxing Chad Sonny Styles. What the fuck is Chad?
Chad is, like, you know, a top tier looks maxer. And a looks maxer is someone that does stuff to make themselves look better. And
why this country's so fucked? What?
And, like, getting frame mogged is when you're next to somebody and you're just so much bigger than them. You just mog them out of the frame.
Perfect. Love it.
You'll see it at some point. Dude, I want to give you flowers. Chris Brazel, 6'5", 200 pounds, 437. Zach, if I'm in top of round 2, I'm pushing the draft button, dude. I don't give a shit. I don't care that Tennessee receivers haven't been good. I don't care that Jalen Hyatt's been a huge disaster. I don't care that Cedric Tillman doesn't look like a 1. I watched Brazel run, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Randy Moss. Just frame.
Dude, I'm just saying. Frame. I talked about him all season. I talked about him all this draft silly season. And now after the Browns went out and got the tackle from Houston, I think they're going to go tackle at 6. I want them to go guard or center or what at guard. I want to go interior O-line at in the 24th pick, and then I would love to get Chris Brazel in the second. I think kid has a chance to be a stud.
Dude, and it's funny because like it's not like he's a career Tennessee guy, right? Like we saw him play at other place and like run more of a route tree. So I think for me, it's like okay, I can see that you have more of a route tree, so I'm not too worried about that. The 6'5", 200 pounds, the wiry speed, and I believe he ran a sub 155 10-second split, which is outrageous, by the way. Which means his get off is
200. Chris,
he runs a what?
I just said he's 6'5", 200.
Yeah,
running
dude,
like that. It's fucking. Brother, it's freaky,
brother. I don't know, man. They don't really make those, and it's funny because his combine went under the radar a little bit because Taylen Green, who needs I don't know. Is it racist for me to say he needs to be a receiver?
No, he's just. I mean, people will paint it that way probably, but he's not very good at throwing the football. So no, it's not.
Is he not just Terrell Pryor? Like, welcome back, Terrell Pryor.
Right. It's like when people said Lamar Jackson needs to play receiver, it's like, bro, did you watch him throw the football?
Yeah.
Like Mike Vick and Jaden Daniels. It's like, now that's racist. You say they need to switch. It's like, you just want white quarterbacks. Now you watch Terrell Pryor, Taylen Green, like those kids can't throw and they're great athletes. Like they should do something else. Like Tim Tebow though. Tim Tebow too, right?
Yeah.
It's not racist. Tim Tebow, great athlete, great competitor, looks like an NFL player, couldn't throw the ball very well. Everyone said maybe draft him as a tight end. Fucking guy won the Heisman, 2 natties. And they're like, he needs to play tight end. I think it's just what it is.
Dude, Taylen Green, like, and the thing about Terrell Pryor is that he switched too late. He tried the quarterback thing, and then it didn't work out. Taylen Green could do it right now and be a great receiver, I think, or a weapon at receiver. Not a great one, a weapon at it. I guess I want you to grade this mock draft just because I saw it and it's the Browns. And I was going to ask you and Pat. Pat's not having a day. We have Freeling, the tackle at Georgia, the number 6 to the Browns. Omar Cooper Jr., pick 24 out of Indiana, obviously. And then Chase Besantis, the guard from Texas A&M. And the second round I thought was a pretty good guard.
I like this for one reason. I mean, there's a couple, like, obviously I know Omar Cooper Jr. very well. I've watched Monroe Freeling, and I probably have seen Chase Besantis because I broke down A&M this year. I don't really remember having an opinion on him. If I didn't notice him, that's probably a good thing at guard. Like there's times like when Zach Zinter got drafted, I'm like, oh God, why the fuck would we draft him? Because I noticed him on film. If you're a guard, if I don't notice you, you're probably pretty fucking good because you just do your job. And I don't, I'm looking at people who failed, or I'm looking at marquee matchups like the D end on our left tackle. So what I like about this is I need those 3 positions hit in the first 3 picks.
Yeah,
it's tackle 1, and then I don't care if you go guard receiver or receiver guard. I wanted to go tackle, but we signed the tackle from Houston, so I'm good at right tackle. Bring in a young left tackle at 6 that you think's a franchise guy, like the next Joe Thomas. And then if maybe you watch Chris Brazel and you say, ooh, I think this kid's a kind of a sleeper, then go guard at 24, Chris Brazel at 39, right? Like as long as it shakes out tackle first and then guard receiver in either order, I feel great about our first 3 picks.
I'm just going to do this just because I'm feeling fucking spicy. Dude said Taylen Green can't throw and compared his arm to Tim Tebow. Did you actually watch the film? No, he did not compare the arm talent to Tim Tebow. He compared the passing ability to Tim Tebow, and I think that's fair. The other part of it is we have watched way too – I honestly, admittedly, this is fucked up. I've watched probably more Taylen Green than you because that's my kind of quarterback. Dog, he cannot play quarterback in the NFL. He cannot. When he throws the ball, he does not know where it's going. He is – just about as inaccurate as Jalen Monroe. In his time, he was at Boise State beforehand. He has never been over 62% completion percentage. That cannot happen. When he throws the football, we don't know where it's going. That's the issue. You have to be a precision passer. And the reason we think receiver over quarterback is because guess what? That athleticism will play every down at receiver. You can't do that every down at quarterback. And also, he's not going to get the shot. And we're not talking about a younger guy. We're talking about one of the older quarterbacks in this draft who's a freak athlete. And guess what? If Taylen Green was that good of a fucking quarterback, Arkansas wouldn't have been dog shit. And we can start there.
And you also, you talk about skewing stats. If you take out Alabama A&M and Arkansas State, I mean, 42% completion against Missouri.
Yeah, dude.
50% against Texas, 55 against LSU, 59 against Mississippi State. Like in his last 4 games, he threw 1 touchdown and 3 picks. Now, I think it's offensive to Tim Tebow to compare those 2 players. And they're not even remotely similar. I mean, a 37% completion percentage on deep balls, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks on deep balls. But that guy's an NFL quarterback. You're fucking high.
Can't play, dude. It's like, let me guess. You were in support of Anthony Richardson to the Colts, right? Like, just tell me that. Just type that next time.
Literally.
Save me the wasting my breath on that. Just say I was in favor on.
Well, and here's my problem with Taylen Green. He's 6'6", 235, twitched up monster, correct?
Yes.
I think can we in the chat agree on that, or am I being a hater, or am I glazing? 6'6", 235 freak. When he was under pressure, he had a 36% completion percentage, half of what he had when he was kept clean. Under pressure is when he should be able to extend plays, make shit happen, scramble, drill it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's fucking awful under pressure. Like that be like Jalen Milroe not being good at. I mean, he's a bigger version of Jalen Milroe, except he doesn't complete the deep ball as well. That's what he is.
Bingo. That's kind of where I'm at. I just don't like when people like misconstrue what we said to make it seem like we didn't want. And I guess I get really offended. You know what I get really offended by, Zach? I get offended when people accuse me of not watching my favorites.
Right.
Like, no, that's my guy. Like,
right.
If you weren't with me for the 3-pick game, don't tell me I don't watch games. You know,
right?
I'd be in the trenches watching shitty quarterbacks play.
If anybody knows about Taylen Green, it's Chris Drew.
What do you mean?
That much.
It's like, see, y'all like watching Ty Simpson versus Mendoza. What do I like? I like Taylen Green versus Diego Pavia. That's my type of shit.
Yeah.
Let's get another commercial break, dog. Come back, chat a little bit more. I do have this Arthur Smith note that I want to play on the show.
Oh yeah, Ryan Day did a little interview, didn't he?
Yeah, with Mr. Rome himself. Are you a Rome guy or no?
No, I mean, I actually don't mind him. He said some outlandish shit about me when I got fired, but that's kind of his personality. I don't like hold it against him. I think that's important to note. Like, if you talk shit about me, like the day I got fired, you get a pass. Like everyone was. Like that was the headline. You know what?
I'm really glad we hashed this out. I'll just say this real quick. Jim Rome was like, I'm a radio guy, was one of my favorites. Now, I made, honestly, a pretty good career in Akron radio based off of defending you when I looked into the facts. That was the only show on the network that was like, guys, like, this woman is insane. Right. Like, can we please talk about how, and that's how we ended up meeting, because later on, like, people I talked to introduced me to you. Shout out Kyle Lamb. But I was so disappointed in Jim Rome because I loved Jim Rome for a long time. Because I thought he was like a good like radio guy, so I just had to ask.
And I guess if what he really dunked on me hard for was all the sex toys to the office. Like, first of all, it was totally exaggerated, and it's a crime now to want to be freaky in the bedroom. My bad.
You know
like,
what?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I got frustrated about with him because it's not like I
was buying strap-ons to get pegged or anything weird.
You know what you know what I would have done if I were you and the whole like sex story thing?
What?
Like I would have said that I got those as gag gifts to lighten up the mood in the Woody. I would have said I would just put them on people's desks just to lighten the mood up. And that would have been my PR.
Here's the thing. Like, they conveniently, because my ex-wife had access to my entire Amazon history. And so they went through 5 years of history and found anything like any gag gift, bachelor party, like they found any purchase that was like R-rated and lumped them all together. Like it was weekly shipments of dildos. And I'm like, what the fuck? You guys are stupid.
Made it seem like you had a subscription to some dildos at the Woody.
But you know what? If there's a subscription for dildos, I'll sign up.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking about it. I definitely would have been like, you know what? We were playing jokes on people.
I mean, that's how you do marathons, right? Once you're spent, you have some assistance until you're ready to go again. Like this, yeah. I didn't know that was a crime, Jim. But to your question, I've liked Jim Rome. Shit, he was a part of our intro when I first started the show, though, because he went crazy on me.
He has like classic old school radio show structure, and he refuses to change. I love it. But I talked instead of getting a commercial. Let's get a commercial break, then we'll play the video.
Commercial break. Well, we got 1,000 people watching live, not including the 400 on Rumble and the people on the website. We're back on YouTube if you didn't hear. And also, we got Bourbon and Ball tonight, menacesports.com. This commercial is about Bourbon and Ball. Matter of fact, sign up. Free. It's a money-back guarantee. If you don't think it's worth it after tonight's Bourbon and Ball, I'll Venmo you first thing in the morning. Your $25 back. So go sign up, menacesports.com. Colonel tier, Bourbon and Ball. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, the playoffs are here. The final 12, really final 10. The group of 5 teams are a fucking joke. 10 teams have a chance to win the national championship, and we're going to spend the next month in the film room dissecting each team, breaking it down as we get these potential matchups or matchups that are already solidified. It's time to go to all 22 film and let me be your guide to break these teams down. By the way, it's not bad for gambling either. I think the only game I've gotten wrong that I really had a lot of conviction on was Ohio State, Indiana. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to dive into the film room and see what the hell was that? What was that offensive game plan? Why are we playing so many tight ends? Who played like shit? That's what we want to know. So we're going to dive into the all 22 film, the only place in the world you can find it. Not only that, you get a former college football coach to break it down. Right now, I'm giving it to you. It's a money back guarantee. So it's a risk nothing. Go to menacesports.com. It's the Colonel tier, $25 a month. Go check it out. If you don't like it, I'll Venmo you your money right back. You got nothing to lose. Go over to menacesports.com right now and let's dive into this film and get ready, Menace ready for the college football playoffs. Hey.
And we are back.
We're back. So we got Bourbon and Ball tonight. Come tune in.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, please tell me good news about when you finish like the well, obviously I'll tune in, the Terry Moore kid.
Well, here's my thing. It was about Christian Allegro too. I go into these film breakdowns, the Bourbon and Balls of the transfers that are already in Columbus with very high hopes. So I'm looking for confirmation. I'm not looking for reasons to hate them. I'm looking for reasons to like them. So if it doesn't go well, it's a really big indication.
Well, it's like fucking disappointing, right? Because it's like when you it's like opening up a shitty gift on Christmas.
Yeah, right. It's like the Ethan Nyanwa breakdown.
Yeah.
Like he was at Rice. It was 2 years ago. And he went against Texas and he looked decent. So I had a very optimistic outlook because I'm like, okay, he was okay. And that was 2 years ago. Maybe he's gotten a ton better since then. And then he came in and you're like, nope, same guy, not very good. So like I had positive feelings because of expected growth and development. So I try.
Well, hell yeah, there you have it. I do have this clip. I'll play it. This is Ryan Day getting asked by Jim Rome about why he hired Arthur Smith.
Oh yeah, I love
what
it.
He had to say.
Well, as time has gone on and things change in college football, I just feel like more and more it's important to have guys in those coordinator positions that have a tremendous amount of experience. And so, when Brian moved on to South Florida, wanted to go bring in somebody with great experience and, first look to see, who are guys that have done that at the college level and then who has done that at the NFL level. And then, to have somebody with his resume who's actually been a head coach in the NFL and look what he's done at Tennessee and then sit down and talk to the people that have worked with him and then had a chance myself to sit down and talk with him. It was excellent. He's a great communicator, very intelligent, and really loves the game of college football. When you hear his story about growing up and how much time he spent around college football, you could just see it in his eyes. And he's had a great, first month here with our players. He's enjoyed the challenge. I think it's been great to him. It's almost been refreshing to be around some of these young players. I know he's excited about some of the talent he has. And I wanted to make sure that we had somebody in here that not only had experience, calling it in big games, but somebody that could be the head coach of the offense, which will allow me, an opportunity to take a different perspective this season. Certainly it was great to have Matt on defense and Brian did a great job as well. But I think this year will allow me to even, step back even more and try to do as much as I can from, the head coaching seat.
I love it.
So he wants the CEO.
You can tell, if nothing else, Ryan Day was extremely thorough and calculated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Super thorough, super calculated. And again, it seems like he wants to be the CEO. Like he wants to let go of the offense, which I hope he can finally do, right? And here we go. The closest we got to him letting go of the offense was the Chip Kelly year until the Michigan game. And then he got him to let go of it again. I think he needed someone with NFL experience because what has Ryan Day always admired? He's always admired guys who have cut their teeth through the NFL. And I think the fact that Arthur Smith also loves college football made this the easiest and a good blend, and makes me feel a little better about it hearing Ryan Day talk about it from that lens.
Yeah. I mean, I think he clearly wants NFL influence, right? Even like Tyler Bowen, who was a college coach, but also he spent time in the NFL. Matt Patricia was the home run. I don't even think that had anything to do with the NFL. I think he found out he was interested or would take it or was interested, and he was like, done. Like, the hardline thing.
We got to remember, like, Ryan Day was hiring his heroes, right? Like, Chip Kelly was his hero. And for Matt Patricia, people don't talk about it. Who do you think Ryan Day grew up a fan of?
Oh, the Patriots. And also, I mean, to your point, Bill O'Brien, right? He hired Bill O'Brien before Chip Kelly. So I think he definitely is valuing that NFL experience because of a couple things, right? One, we've talked about it. When you're coaching the NFL, especially a coordinator in the NFL, all you do all day long, calendar 365 days a year, is you study and learn and work football, the game, scheme, right? You can't do that in college. So he loves that. Even if you were only there for 3 years, like Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was a college coach, but he's in the NFL for 3 or 4 years. I think 3 years. So he has that experience. And also, like you said, Chip was his mentor. But Bill O'Brien, same thing, right? I mean, he was an NFL coach. I know he coached at Penn State, but he was, I mean, everywhere in the NFL. He values it, not only for that, but because it's so good in recruiting. Talk about develop you for the NFL. Bitch, I've been in the NFL. I've developed NFL players. I've coached it. I know what it looks like. I know what you need to do. Like, that's huge in recruiting.
On offense and on defense. And so, not only do we run like an NFL style offense, but we get ready and go up against the NFL style defense every week. I think it's like ultimate. It's just another layer that I don't know any other university in America has in terms of iron sharpens iron, not just our players, but also our coaches.
Absolutely. And I mean, defense has a pretty strong influence too. I mean, I guess James Laurinaitis didn't coach in the NFL, but a great player in the NFL.
Wait a second. In the NFL, on the NFL side of it, Tim Walton was a DC for the Rams. You know who his captain was? Laurinaitis.
Yeah, right.
And then also
you add Matt Patricia to the mix.
Yeah, so that's two guys who were
Matt G's kind of the odd man out, right? Larry Johnson is a college coach for sure, but he's a legend, right? The GOAT. So he could absolutely coach in the NFL. But Matt G's kind of the one you're like, oh, you're like the little kid. You're the little guy.
MG's like me, man. I'm sure he just drinks chai lattes just like me, runs around, and you know who coached safeties last year? Caleb Downs. That was the safeties coach last year.
Shit, yeah, that was the other one. Ryan talking about Caleb Downs. Talking about he walks around and you think he's like a 10-year vet.
Well, dude, all the coaches have been coming out, and I think kind of in defense of Caleb Downs, who draft analysts are predicting is going to have a slide on draft day. And I meant to ask you about this. Do you think he'll have a slide on draft day? Does the knee bug you the way it's going to bug some of that?
The better question, Chris, is do you believe it?
I think I do, but I'm also I'm Mr. Get Got guy.
You are. That's a fact. This is one of those things that I looked at. I'm like, all right, did the Bengals say that? Because they might be trying to get him to fall to 10. Like the meniscus thing is an absolute non-issue. It actually, I think, is more a testament to Caleb Downs because he played so well this year with a fucked up meniscus. Now, what do they call it? A degenerative
the
ACL?
Degenerative knee. And I looked it up. And so the thing about it is it's an imperfect science to try to project future knee injuries.
Right.
But if you can catch it now, from everything I've read, a lot of guys over the last 3 years have had this and been just fine. Because if you are aware of it, you kind of alters your treatment to make sure you're good long term.
Yeah.
So
it's prehab is huge, and science has come a long way. And I mean, the things that we did at Ohio State, let alone in the NFL, let alone if you know there's an issue, just about like what you call prehab, not rehab,
the prehab,
preventative rehab, to do things like when they do the body analysis and see, okay, oh, his left hamstring doesn't fire like his right hamstring. We need to do left hamstring prehab so that they fire the same, because that's when ACL injuries happen. Because a mucoid degeneration of the ACL is a chronic, non-traumatic condition where the ligament tissue breaks down and thickens due to the accumulation of mucoid-like substances. So there we go. There's the definition. Now we all learn nothing about it because I don't know what any. But I guess it's just a matter of like, it says it causes knee pain, stiffness, and limited range of motion, usually affecting individuals over 40.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has this condition. He moved well to me. He looked pretty damn good with this degeneration of the ACL.
So, and it's funny because like we're now talking about someone who clocked in over 20 miles per hour on the football field while maneuvering through traffic, was not 100% healthy next year, and he's going to be, or last year, he's going to be even healthier. And you know the other part of this is why I'm Mr. Get Got? Because my thing is, well, why didn't other teams come out and say, no, he's good? And it's like, oh, you idiot. Because every team around the Bengals are like, oh, yeah, our doctors flagged that too. And so if we get like a collection of 5 doctors saying it, then it's going to create some fear.
Yes. Now,
I'll say this. My other separate point, I don't want him at 5 to New York. And the reason I don't want him at 5 to New York, who has the worst turf in the world? The Jets and Giants triple up on everybody's injuries.
Yeah, we don't want him to go to where? San Fran with that energy plant?
Yeah, no San Fran, no New York. Sonny's my pick at 5.
I don't have the draft in front of me. I don't think this will affect him that much. I really don't. He's that fucking good. And you know what? If he has this condition, whatever it is, the non-traumatic condition, it says, he played really fucking well and didn't have a knee injury for 3 years in college, I'd probably risk it.
Yeah. I like him. I like Sonny Styles at 5 to New York. I like Downs right after him, I think. 6, 7, or 8, I would say. I do think the only player that maybe this could alter is, you know what the buzzword is? What the buzz sentence was around the combine? Are we going to pass on a future Hall of Famer? Because a lot of the BPAs don't match team needs. And so I think like if a team is like, okay, like BPA, maybe I feel better drafting Jeremiah Love over Caleb Downs. Hey,
Jeremiah Love is a fucking sure thing too. So if you want the next Jahmyr Gibbs,
yeah,
I'm not mad at you. There's certain players in this draft like Jahmyr Gibbs, like Jeremiah Love, where wherever he gets drafted, I'll be like, that's a good pick. I'm not shitting you. If the Raiders took him at 1, I'd be like, even with Ashton Genty's midget fucking average ass, I'd be like, you know what? I get it. You thought you were getting that last year. You didn't. Now you're going to get the sure thing.
I guess amongst the GMs and front offices, Zach, this talk is a lot of what they call draft and forgets. And what I mean by draft and forget, you draft him, you get 8 years, you get 2 All-Pros. Here are your draft and forgets. Sonny Styles, you draft and forget, you're good. Caleb Downs, you draft and forget, you're good. Jeremiah Love, you draft and forget, you're good. That's 3 guys that people feel like draft and forget, and we're set for a while. A lot of people feel like Ruben Bain is draft and forget. Even with the short arms, they think that you're going to look up.
You know who else is? Fucking Kenyon Sadiq. What the fuck is that?
Now he's not draft and forget to me. I think he's a freak of freaks. I think he's ultimate boomer bust.
No, I think you know I think he is? He's David Njoku 2.0.
He's a little bit of Njoku, a little bit of Vernon Davis.
Yeah. I do think he's a draft and forget. I think later in the draft, Olu, the guard from the tackle is going to move to guard from Penn State. I think he's going to be a stud. Fucking Akeem Messidor, you get him late in the draft, late in the first,
and you get him for his prime. Like you don't have to pay him.
Draft and forget that kid.
Yeah, you know who's
not for me, and he's still number 1 at his position in the draft for me, but he's not a draft and forget. Is Cardell Tate.
Cardell Tate is not draft and forget. I would agree.
But he's still wide receiver 1 to me. Mm-hmm. So poor Buckeye fans call me a fucking hater. He's just, I think he's going to go through a maturation process going to the NFL. After 3 years of college, I think he's going to have to grow.
Yeah, he's going to have to grow. I also think David Bailey is not a draft and forget. I think if you draft David Bailey.
They're talking about him at 3. I don't think he's a draft and forget either.
Brother, I think Romello Height is better than him. Like the guy I played on the other side. I'm going to send you a clip after this so you can see the bend. Like, he's fast, but he can't bend around anything. Let's get a commercial break, and we'll get some Rumble Rants on the show. That's good.
We only had 3, so we're going to have to run a repeat, but that's okay.
Sounds good.
Here's a little reminder, get a little Awaken 180 weight loss. Our whole goal here is to level up, and that's why we handpick our partners. It's no longer reading reads that I don't want to read. And this one hits as close to home as you could possibly hit, and that is Awaken 180 weight loss. Amongst the journey, our journey with Awaken 180. I mean, I'll show my journey. Here's my journey before and after Awaken 180. It took me 3 months, lost 30 pounds, and the difference is very obvious, right? I didn't even work out during my 30-pound weight loss and started hitting the gym after I went on maintenance. Awaken 180 is a game changer. They deliver 4 of your 5 meals a day. They a very detailed, personalized plan because they give you a one-on-one coach. You meet with your coach every week. They also send you a scale. You can't cheat on this program. They send you a scale. All that data goes to your coach in the Awaken 180 app. It's never been easier to lose at minimum 5 pounds a week. I lost over 30 pounds. I think 32 pounds in 6 weeks. And then my brother signed up. Guess what he lost? 33 pounds in 6 weeks. It is a home run. It works. And all you got to do is spend a little time and go get a consultation. Awaken180weightloss.com. Sign up for a consultation and just invest in yourself. My life is entirely and completely different because of Awaken 180 weight loss. It's a game changer. Forced accountability, everything catered and just handed to you. All your meals right there. Open them up and eat them. It's so easy if you just commit to do it. Go to Awaken 180 Weight Loss and get a consultation because guess what? Your health insurance might cover it. And if not, if you have a flex spending account, HSA, you can use that to pay for it. Go get a consultation and change your life, Menace Army. You won't regret it. Just a double reminder because it is a game changer. I lost 30 pounds in 6 weeks, and I've actually put on good weight, lost bad weight since on my maintenance plan with my coach, Jenna, who's the GOAT.
Shout out, Jenna. I don't know if you saw what Mendoza measured in that. I just want to ask if you were surprised by it. 6'5", 236. That's thicker than I thought he was.
Oh, I thought that's way bigger than I thought he was. I knew he was tall. He didn't look almost 240.
He looks string beanie to me.
Yeah,
dude.
I was shocked when he weighed in at almost 240. I was like, holy! I would if you told me 6'4", 210. That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah, maybe 215, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But you know what's crazy about his height and weight?
But I mean,
Arvel's 6'4", 241. Almost the same size as Arvel. I can't make it make sense.
Yeah, I need to see them next to each other. I almost feel like it's a lie.
Yeah, but it's like I honestly, if this wouldn't have been combine measurements, I'd have been like Indiana's bullshitting. You're just lying for the fun of it, I guess. Want to hit our last couple Rumble rants, then we'll get out of here. This one, Ben Hartman, thanks for the one. Zach, I apologize for my Rumble rant. I lost brain cells typing that. That's the looks maxing frame mogging.
Well, thanks to you, we all lost brain cells by you typing that.
Yeah. Clyde, thanks for the one. I'm gonna miss the level of degeneracy we had when this was on Rumble only. Were we more degenerate on Rumble than we were when we were on YouTube?
I mean, I don't think it influences us. Do you?
I think it's the timing with the off season. I think is what it is.
Yeah. Trust me, we're gonna still be degenerate as hell. And if YouTube deletes us, fuck them. We're still gonna go live on Rumble. The only thing this did initially, it took away a large revenue stream, which is fine. We're doing okay. But it also allowed us to be like, all right, we're going to have to pivot, figure something out. We did. Numbers were okay. We're like, all right, we're going to survive. And that gives us a big fuck you freedom at all times. Be like, no, we're just going to do our show how we do it. If you delete us again, okay, we'll just go to Rumble again. We don't care anymore. We cared. When that channel got deleted, Chris and I, for like 2 days, we're in the tank. Just devastated.
I feel like
now it's like,
I'm
with you. Now it's like, fuck them. We got it.
We're just kicking it. I do need to get your thoughts on the Michigan scandal, latest one of the former coach that allegedly sexually assaulted that girl.
Oh boy.
And Sharon Moore then hit that girl upside. I need your neck. I need your throat. Need some head. Need some top. Need some sloppy. It's not funny. I'm just laughing because it makes me so nervous with how crazy it is.
No, here's what's funny about it. That it's all Michigan.
Dude,
like holy shit, Michigan! Like what the guy did, what he said, the situation with the girl, fucking terrible. But the fact that it was another Michigan coach is fucking hilarious.
The fact that this girl said she got sexually assaulted and then Sharon Moore tried to smash her afterwards is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I don't understand how Ward still has a job. Look, the Falcons fired him over the weekend, right? Like Spiro got the reporting out there. The Falcons then fired him. So they looked into it and was like, oh, yeah, this is as bad as it is. The wildest thing about the messages was him saying that he got framed by Paige and he was not with her. And the girl's like, they're like what? Like, you're literally on the run right now.
Yeah.
Say you got framed?
you can't get framed when there's text message evidence of you saying, I'm going to fuck you up. I'd fucking kill you. Don't play with me. Like that is verbal assault,
Yeah.
if not nonetheless. And it also is a window into your soul. Like, I'm going to fuck you up. You say that to a woman?
Yeah.
I'd fucking kill you. You'd say that to another human, just to say that. Like, I've never said that to anyone in my life. Like, I've said to a guy in a confrontation, I'll fuck you up, but not a woman. Like, it's just those texts, along with all the other ones, told me everything I need to know about this guy. I don't know if he raped her. That's for the investigators to find out. But you know, I do know that's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's already been confirmed. There's no, give him his day in court. No, that's for the crime of rape. But after those text messages came out, proved it's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck about anything else. He is a piece of garbage.
I also
and you know what?
Yeah, big
Fuck
M,
him.
break it.
He's a Michigan man.
I also know that if someone tells me that they got raped by somebody on my staff, I'm not going to try to sleep with you the next week.
But also, I find it absolutely impossible. Ward Manuel didn't know a little bit, or didn't even sense there could be something like this going on. And that's the reason why he needs to be fired. Like, what the Sharon got fired, this guy got fired, all these people, Alex Yude got fired, Harbaugh had to leave, right? Matt Weiss got fired. Everyone's getting fired except for the motherfucker that's supposed to be in charge of the entire fucking organization. The guy who is in charge of all these fucking degenerates that are pieces of shit and getting fired. That fat fuck Ward Manuel should be fired today.
Mm-hmm. And the other part of it is, just so you know, I'm keeping tabs on it. Spiro said he's not done. He's got more.
Oh, yeah.
So, and look, and every time he said he's got more, like, I thought he was bullshitting at first, but he's delivered with receipts each time. So I'm just keeping an eye on it.
He's got motion.
You
talk about an investigative reporter. He's finding shit like, God damn.
Bro, Twin has, like, I just want people to know, getting Snapchat screenshots, that's a rare pull. He's got motion, man.
He's got motion.
Like, literally because he's reporting that guy got fired. But hey, let's get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully his guts are back in place.
Yeah, Pat and his stomach bug or his busted face, whatever it is. Hopefully he gets better by tomorrow. You know, we wanted to do. I was excited to do Pound Town, but Pat was going to Brown Town this morning.
Yeah, dude. He's been having it for a little while, dude. Just peeing
so we'll see you tomorrow. And subscribe to the new YouTube channel. Like the video and comment. Welcome back. Whatever you want. Just try to make the algorithm go. So you can help us out on YouTube and Rumble. Comment on the video, like the video, and subscribe. We appreciate you, Menace Army. Menace out.